I want to show a little bit of this video that was sent out by the Conservatives. There was an Acadian festival late last week that was going on in New Brunswick, and the leader of the Conservatives says to Justin Trudeau something to the effect of, when are you going to stop lying to Canadians? The video is a little bit awkward. Your read on this, because the Conservatives have been sending this out on social media. It's a bit well, it's kind of an interesting video. Let's use it, use that term. What do you make of it?
I think Andrew Scheer kind of used an opportunity when this story was so fresh to remind Canadians of the fact that Justin Trudeau has lied about this file repeatedly. He said these accusations were false. We now know they weren't. They said he didn't direct the former Attorney General to do anything. We now know the Prime Minister's office and the most senior levels of this government orchestrated a pressure campaign. They suggested that the Attorney General at the time should have called a retired Supreme Court justice, while at the same time they'd already lined that up. Justin Trudeau has absolutely no credibility on this case, and while yes, typically partisan fire can be held when politicians run it from various stripes or run into each other at community festivals, the fact that this government continues to lie to Canadians to cover up for their interference in the justice system is something I think Andrew Scheer is not going to apologize for calling more attention to.
Tom, do you think it's going to get really ugly and negative? I mean, we're going to see some of these kind of videos, confrontations at Acadian festivals and more for the rest of the summer and into the campaign.
Yeah, I hope not. I didn't like that video. I don't think that it is the place of Mr. Scheer to confront the Prime Minister of the country, even about an issue as important as this, kind of in that sort of way. Mr. Scheer has lots of abilities, as does Mr. Singh and the other political leaders, to go on shows like yours, to make their case to Canadians. But I don't think this kind of stunt, which is kind of like a tough man act, firstly, I don't think it suits Mr. Scheer. I don't think he looks like a tough man. In fact, he looks a little bit weak because he gets blown off by Trudeau. But, so I don't think that this is the way, in general, that we really want our elections to proceed. Let's have the debate. There are reasons what Mr. Trudeau did was wrong. That is a fact. It's been in the papers. It's been on the TV. We're having that debate ongoing. The stunts can wait. What
about you, Shane? What do you make of it?
I would agree with Tom. I think that it did come off as a petty stunt, and I think that it was definitely an awkward moment, and they decided to put this out as a feature of showing how Andrew Scheer is some kind of leader. But I think that it just came off as that politicians who often, yes, we assume the negative dialogue, and we have a lot of cynicism in this country, and that just fuels it. That at an Acadian Day celebration, a celebration for a lot of people that is very important, he decided to put partisan politics as the most important thing and put it out in order to fundraise and to try and gather votes. And I think that's really disappointing, because we could have a much better debate. And for what people know of Andrew Scheer going into the election, they have not seen him with a plan. They have not seen him open himself up to a lot of media opportunities. Instead, he decided on that curated moment to film and put out. And I think that people would rather see him out at pride parades or see him putting out a real climate plan or doing something to introduce himself, because he just comes off as, continuing what Harper did before, which, again, it's ironic to see him talking about lying and a positive approach.
Right. Okay.